I just figured something out. We can
did?
We can totally skip to the next day.
Excellent.
So we're absolutely gonna go do that.
So do you think that was like a solid 5 minutes of nerds screaming at their screen? Just skip.
Just skip. There's the scarecrow.
What are these idiots doing?
You just talked to him. Welcome back to Watson&James Don't Play. My name is James.
And I am Watson.
And dead. That's too bad.
Awesome timing.
So we're playing Majora's Mask.
Hell yeah.
Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on Nintendo 64. And the reason that we are doing this, I can't go this way, I guess, is because I like it. It's one of my favorite games.
Well, we decided last time that we were going to play this game.
Right. We're going to play the whole thing. So what I did is, we ended in the middle of a quest last time.
Technically, yeah.
And it was a hide-and-seek quest. We were trying to find the bomber children.
Mm-hmm. How'd that
Gotcha.
go? How'd that go?
I found
clearly
them.
That's not what we're doing.
No, we're not. We're done with that. I did that in between episodes. There was some stuff that we did.
And now you're all caught up.
Yeah.
Now
I love
everybody's on the same page.
I love these balloons that are around. It's got Majora's face on it. Super cool. Pop. That pop effect. Yeah, Majora's Mask, I said briefly in the last episode about how, like, it probably shouldn't have happened, but Nintendo was like, hey, Ocarina of Time, we knocked it out of the park, baby. We kind of set the standard for adventure games. I want another one. And I guess the developers, also Nintendo, but the people that made the game were like, we can't just... We spent years on that.
They sort of just rolled over and put this one out real quick.
Yeah. They took a lot of the assets from Ocarina and said...
Nothing wrong with that.
We're just going to use them again. Yo, hey baby, I'm a styling scarecrow wandering in search of pleasant music. Time will pass in the blink of an eye if you dance with me.
Okay.
If you like, baby, we can forget the time and dance till dawn. We're going to come back to that.
Dance.
We're not going to dance right now.
Dance.
We will later.
All right.
By the way, I know of a mysterious song that allows you to manipulate the flow of time.
Is it Dark Side of the Moon by Led Zeppelin?
Do you want to learn it? No.
Because that album, that'll dilate time for you.
Just a little bit, baby. I had a cousin went to see Pink Floyd recently.
El Monstero or Roger Waters doing like The Wall?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm talking. What's your question?
I'm asking, did he see Roger Waters or did he see like the tribute band here in St. Louis?
Oh, no.
El Monstero?
This was in another state altogether. I think it was in Florida or something.
Present day?
Present day, yeah.
Okay.
He saw Roger Waters.
Okay.
All right, I misunderstood your question. I'm like, wait, what? El Mon who?
El Monstero.
El Monstero, I got it.
You're
anyway,
familiar with them.
He saw Pink Floyd with Roger Waters on vocals, and his gripe was that it was a little too political for him. and I'm like, yeah. Have you listened to Pink Floyd before? You're familiar with them, right?
You know Pink Floyd.
So, I'm not surprised by that. Will you gaze into my telescope? Yes.
Hell yeah.
I was jealous, though, because I love Pink Floyd, and I would love to see them live. I think that'd be just the coolest. Let's go and zoom in on this guy. There's the Skull Kid. He's going to wipe his butt at us, but not before we see... Oh, my God!
Terrifying.
Why does it look like that? It didn't have to look like that.
There was no need for it.
None whatsoever.
Do you think they designed all the elements, like the textures of it, separately? And then when they put it together, they were like, well, too late now.
Maybe. Someone said, you know what? I worked really hard on this.
You know, and someone else was like, but also these teeth. Can you make it look like it's straining to have a bowel movement? It's a real weird, like, kind of lower lip bite happening.
Dude, I'm straining right now.
Are you?
I got a freaking kidney stone.
Oh, that's right.
It's still inside me, too. It has been there for 5 days now.
Yeah.
It has not left my body.
But it's fine. You're pilled out.
I have never... Dude, I am so pilled out. I'm on the phone, so I've actually had to schedule surgery for it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, you are going into surgery. I do know that.
I have to get I don't know what they're going to do. They've told me what they're going to do, and I go, la, 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 la. I hate it.
Yeah.
So they're going to do something, but I'm going to be unconscious for it.
I mean, you got a kidney stone. It needs to come out. I mean, does it matter what they're going to do? You're going to do it.
So long as it comes out.
They're doctors. They could tell you anything, and you'd be like, yeah, all right.
Right. How much is this going to cost?
So, yeah, it doesn't matter that you know the intricacies of what they're going to do.
I asked 3 to 4 people that would have no idea how much it will cost. How much it will cost.
Oh.
And they just go, I don't know. It's going to be very expensive. I said, is it going to be expensive? And I did get an answer out of one person. One person, a nurse, kind of off the record, said to me, it's extremely expensive.
It's gonna be a bit
I
a
said, okay.
skosh.
So
Expensive.
I love getting bills for that because thankfully I have health insurance, and it'll cover some of it.
Okay, boomer.
But I like seeing dude, you're telling me. I like seeing the big bill afterwards where it's like $500,000 or
Right.
some ridiculous
You're
number.
like, for IV fluids. Okay.
And you're like, that's not real. Who could?
No saline costs that much, but
What,
all right.
what was your plan if I didn't have health insurance?
Right.
It's like, you're going to take my house? And they're like, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, don't call an ambulance. Call an Uber.
The other night, whenever I was having my moment, and I was in an excruciating amount of pain.
An acute attack of pain.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the worst pain I've ever felt. My wife's driving me to the hospital, and about halfway there, I'm just howling in pain, uncontrollably. Like I am,
Right, because she's a terrible driver.
like
yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
Like, oh, woman driving me.
I'm embarrassed because of the sounds.
Oh, the
that I
kidney
make.
stone. That's
The-
what you're talking
the
about.
kidney
All right,
stone.
Fair enough.
Dawn of the second day. All of a sudden there.
Hell yeah.
So I'm driving to the hospital, and my wife's like, I should have called the ambulance. I'm not listening to you anymore.
I wouldn't want to listen to you. It sounds awful. I'm not saying that because you're like annoying. I'm saying that because it sounds like you are in a ton of pain, and anybody would be making the worst noises in that situation.
It was
Oh.
terrible. But I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're fine.
I need the Moon's Tear. I'm going to give it to this guy.
You got them good drugs. You got surgery scheduled. You'll be all right.
Right. I'm going to talk to this guy. If you have a Moon's Tear, I must get it from you. My wife would love it.
That guy has a wife?
If you give it to me, I'll give you my spot here. Deku flower included. That's a good deal. It's a good deal.
It seems like a good deal.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I'll take that deal.
All right, here you go. Ah, that stone. You must hand it over to me. In exchange, I'll give you my spot here. Deku flower included. Yes. What's the property tax on this place? Like,
I don't
what's the
know.
assessed valuation of your spot?
I'm seeing some graffiti on the wall back there. That's not gonna go good with the property value, right?
Now I have the perfect souvenir for my wife. She hasn't set eyes on a jewel or strange sparkling stone like this in a very long time.
Well, then do better by your lady.
Right. Just
You know?
do.
That's on you, man. That's your wife.
Where's your wife? Does she live in the hole too?
Oh,
Are you
thanks.
Did you just
No,
sell your house?
Yeah, no, he's gonna take off. Yeah.
Look at all this crap. Where are you keeping that, Chief?
I half expected there to be big dollar signs
He doesn't seem very
on the sides of those bags.
He doesn't seem very aerodynamic.
It's like he's like coming home from college to do laundry.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, I brought these.
And you just chuck him in front of the
Oh,
wall.
the moon's still there. I forgot about that. It's daytime, but that's scary guy's still up there.
And we're done. That's
That's the extent of what we need to do before the start of the third day.
yeah.
So we have a whole day here, right?
The door to the clock tower opens only once a year at midnight on the eve of the carnival.
Oh, so we're in Brazil. All right.
It's 6 a.m. It's 7 a.m. on the second day. We need to get to midnight on the final day. I can't leave the town. All I can do, I can't play any games because I don't have any weapons.
You can pirouette.
I can pirouette, and this is what you do. So the way this game was designed, all of this was supposed to take me a lot longer.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't playing on an emulator,
Are you just humble bragging right now?
Yeah.
If I wasn't so awesome at this game, we wouldn't be stuck here right now.
well, here's the shitty part: is that ye who hold the sacred sword leave proof of our encounter.
Oh.
So in order to save your game, when I was a kid, I couldn't save the game till I transformed back into Human Link, because these are the save points, and you open them by hitting them with your sword.
Oh.
So you can tell this game was crapped out in like 9 months because they didn't
there's
think.
there's some, I don't know what you would even call those. They're just
Shortcomings?
like- yeah, shortcomings.
Yeah.
That's a good kind of umbrella term for that type of thing. That, yeah, given a little more time, a little more testing, wouldn't have made it to market.
I think I can open a bank account. Hey there, little guy, you want to deposit rupees? Come on, baby. Nowadays, even if people with money deposit nothing. So I can't do this voice. I can't keep it
Don't
up.
do that voice at all. Why would you do that to yourself? No one scripted that voice for you. You chose that.
I mean,
You had to know like 10 seconds in that it was gonna die out quick, right?
I'm not a very good voice actor. I can't keep it up.
Make this one stop slapping her knees. What? That's gotta hurt by now. She's done now, but that whole time she was slapping herself pretty hard. It seemed.
Stamped me in the forehead with something apparently.
Look, there she goes again.
So these are little bobblehead cows.
I see
and
that, yeah.
They are throughout the game. They're just kind of there. If I were like to roll into this wall and shake everything, the head would bobble. I can't bobble it now, but maybe I can shoot it. Let's see. We have some time. I got some time. I'm going to shoot the cow.
We got a second.
Yeah, we got it. Nothing. All right. What's Tattle got to say, our fairy friend? The door to the clock tower opens only. Yeah, we know. We know. We're stuck here for a while.
Say different things.
Currently out delivering mail. I like that. You go to the post office and they're like, sorry, we're delivering the mail. We can't talk now. Oh, really? Yeah. Come back later. You ever encountered that? You get to a business during regular business hours and there's like a thing on the door saying, out to lunch. See you in an hour.
It'll occasionally happen at like smaller, I feel like local businesses and stuff like that. Boutiques, antique stores, stuff like that. That, maybe it's just one guy or one lady running it.
Somebody called the shop recently and they asked us if we were going to be closed for like lunch or anything.
Oh,
and I said, no. Like we stagger our lunch breaks so that we can stay open.
You know who does that? Pharmacists.
Yeah? Okay.
I think it's a licensing thing. Like, you have to have a licensed pharmacist on premises, like, in there if they're going to be doing work around those drugs. So, invariably, if you only have one working, he's got to take a lunch at some point.
Right.
So, a lot of pharmacies will say, like, closed 1 to 2 for pharmacist lunch, stuff like that. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I never really put it together, though.
No, you said that, yeah.
Which is hilarious because my grandfather was a pharmacist, among other things. So, anyway...
I'm disappointed in you on his behalf.
I'm disappointed in me, too.
Just the basic lack of respect for his occupation.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
Occupation. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
So, yeah, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, you're doing it. We're doing it.
I'm doing it.
This is what we're doing. So I want you to do something for me.
Yeah, what's up?
Since you don't obviously need your mind for this part of the game.
No, I'm just running around.
Go ahead and give me your thoughts on your homework. Remember you had a little.
Oh, that's right.
You had a little thing you needed to do, and you did it for me, and I appreciate you. And we really haven't talked much about. We texted a little bit.
Do you think she'd be in a John Waters movie?
I think she absolutely looks like Divine at the end of Female Trouble.
Oh, okay, cool. So I've never seen Female Trouble. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't.
Oh, don't?
Just don't do it.
Oh, really?
There's a very specific reason why go. You say what you're going to say.
All right, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So I was given homework. I was supposed to watch a John Waters movie.
And I picked one for you.
Yeah, because I was like, give me something easy that I can digest pretty well. Mm-hmm. That's going to go down. Well, it's going to go down. And it's going to stay down.
I'm going to cram it down.
It's not going to go down smooth.
That's what's going to happen.
It did not go down smooth. But I did really enjoy it.
It has its charm. I'll
yes.
say.
So the movie that was given to me was called Polyester, and it starred Divine and some other people. Whose name is Tab Hunter.
Tab Hunter.
Tab Hunter. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, Tab Hunter's in it. He plays Todd Tomorrow. We meet him later in the movie, and the box art implies that Todd Tomorrow is going to be like the hero of the movie, right?
I mean, he is. He's the hunk. He's the dream man, Prince Charming character. So if you're looking at a romance novel, he is the guy that, has his bare chest, hair flowing on the cover.
Right, all that.
So he's basically emulating that kind of melodrama romance pose on the cover for Polyester.
And Divine's there too.
And Divine is the heroine. This is one of the few movies where she gets to play like a sympathetic character, which is weird to say. But basically, like you're supposed to root for her to get her happy ending. Right. And her happy ending is Todd Tomorrow.
So to lead up to this movie, there was a little bit of lead up. I'm just gonna go to. All right. So there's no more gameplay in this.
Yeah, we're
for
just
a while.
exploring every little.
We're gonna go here where I'm supposed to go instead of running around the city doing nothing. Mm-hmm. And we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna face the screen. I set the controller down because this is the way the game was designed. I have nothing else to do.
I think that you're treating it like the makers of this game are going to see this.
I want them to
apologize to you personally.
No, that's what. That's the.
That's what you're expecting.
That is the implication. All right?
the gauntlet down.
The implication is that the developers aren't going to get hurt because I will put them in a situation to where they have to say yes. Yes, we're sorry.
I like that.
So, polyester, leading into the movie, my brother came over to visit. He was visiting from out of state, and he asked if he made a quote about, I coughed, and he goes, oh, that's a cigarette cough. You're going to die just like Aunt Bertha.
Oh, awesome.
She suffered so. And I said, hang on, what? I haven't smoked in over 5 years. But that wasn't the joke. The joke was from a quote from a movie, and he says, have you ever seen Sordid Lives? I think it came out a couple years ago.
I have not.
It's on Hulu. You can totally watch it.
Yeah.
That's where we fired it up. It's a Del Shores movie, which is like Diet John Waters. You can tell that there's a lot of inspiration from John Waters.
Okay.
If you're kind of familiar with his work, and I am kind of familiar with John Waters' work. So I watched that first, and it was super raunchy, but it was kind of cute, you know?
Okay.
Raunchy and cute is how I would describe polyester too.
Yeah.
Raunchy and cute.
Yeah.
Because it is silly. You can tell that I don't know if he hired real actors or not, but he hired people that would be in the movie.
It's about half and half.
Yeah. I could tell that some people were actors, like Divine. You're an act. She was an actor.
Legitimate performer.
Yeah, right.
Who
She knows
had real acting talent and skill and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
Divine knows the game. She knows
and
how
also
to perform.
Just some people who had been around John Waters and that group working on the movies.
Right. So I kind of went in with a really good attitude. It came with an Odorama card, which I think might be wearing out.
I have no idea the longevity of the reprint card that I have, yeah.
But it came with an Odorama card, and the movie starts out with like a scientist guy saying like...
Yeah, there's a whole introduction to Odorama as an integral part of this movie.
And I like that the aspect ratio starts out 4:3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it's got scientist guy kind of explaining the science behind the movie and the technology that they've perfected for polyester.
Think of him like the guy who explains the time warp in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
A little bit, yeah.
So he's got a little bit of that vibe where it's like, okay, you're going to explain part of the movie to me. Neat. It starts off pretty fun.
I just figured something out. We can
did?
We can totally skip to the next day.
Excellent.
So we're absolutely gonna go do that.
So do you think that was like a solid 5 minutes of nerds screaming at their screen? Just skip.
Just skip. There's the scarecrow.
What are these idiots doing?
You just talked to him.
I wanted to dance with him.
We're gonna dance with him.
For the record, I wanted to dance with him.
I wasn't ready to dance with him. So he's explaining Odorama and how the movie works, and he says when you see a number flash on the screen, you scratch the corresponding number on the Odorama card that was given to you when you came into the theater.
And don't worry, one of them's definitely a fart smell.
Totally, and pretty quick too.
Yeah,
like
that's how you know like what you're in for.
The first one were flowers of some kind.
Because that one's not bad. This could be fun. And then boom, hits you with the fart.
Boom, it's shit.
And what's great is it's one of those kind of movies where it's not even really synced up with like the sound effect on screen. Like you get a whole little cue in the corner, and then 2 seconds later there's a fart on screen. So that ideally, if you scratched it right when it popped up, you would kind of time it, but it never works out right.
No,
so it's just a fun game.
My favorite smell throughout the whole movie though was natural gas.
Yeah,
because
straight
I'm
up
like
natural gas.
That rotten egg smell. Yeah, I know that it kind of smells like rotten eggs, but it also smells like natural gas rotten eggs. So they really nailed that one. So I think some of the smells in the Odorama card worked better than others. The fart smell didn't really come through for me, but natural gas, boy, that baby came through.
From what I recall,
we're dancing, by the way. Are you happy now?
I'm so happy talking about John Waters dancing with this lively scarecrow.
John Waters would like Majora's Mask. It's right up his alley.
Dawn
of the final day.
Oh, am I gonna understand this if I didn't see the first two movies?
If you like, baby, we can forget the time and dance until night. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
You're absolutely here to do that. Yeah. We don't care about you at all. So from what I recall, the original run of Odorama cards that they printed when the movie was in theaters and distributed to theaters was made by the 3M company. They kind of had that market of a library of smells, basically, that you could go to them and say, do you have natural gas? And they'd be like, if we don't, we'll make it.
Right.
they're 3M. You know, they make a lot of different kind of things.
We'll figure it out.
The Rugrats movie actually ripped off the Odorama name and logo and everything.
Oh. Because
just somebody didn't re-up the license on it. But Waters didn't get any money from that, but they totally used that idea.
The Art Deco font would like to have a word with you.
It's very specific. It's the pink, black, and white kind of color scheme. You know it's Odorama.
Yeah.
And Rugrats should have kicked a little bit to Daddy John for that, I feel like.
They didn't, huh?
I think when he reached out about it, they said it was an homage. And he's like, an homage? I would have taken a check.
Right. I can't spend an homage.
I mean, it's all very tongue-in-cheek. He doesn't care for real, but I think that's a funny, kind of weird synchronicity between John Waters and a Rugrats movie.
Right. You say he doesn't care for real, but he still brought it up, though.
But it's a funny anecdote he tells when he talks about the Odorama run. He, at the end of the day, he still ended up with a few dozen cases of those cards just stinking up his storage unit for a while.
Right, and I know you're supposed to scratch them, but I think if you get enough cards together, they're just going to stink.
I want to put mine under glass. I want to put mine in a little frame.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like an oversized cardstock piece, and like I said, it's got the graphic.
It's good thick
logo
paper,
and stuff
too.
On it. Yeah, it's really nice.
So you bought that separately from the movie, or that came with the movie?
It comes with the Criterion DVD, which I wonder if they have to be stored in their own separate part of the warehouse, because a bunch of those stacked together,
they're going to stink up the joint.
Yeah.
I like that the movie starts out with just filth. Divine's,
absolute filth.
Yeah, Divine's husband owns a porno theater. And
all the neighbors harass them about it. Yeah, it's a fun setup right off the bat.
The movie that they were playing that time was My Burning Bush.
Perfect.
The movie is extremely quotable. Some of those quotes I cannot repeat because they have aged like milk, meaning that they're not really politically correct anymore. And I'm not really willing to say them on the show.
They weren't politically correct then.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not saying...
I mean, I thought you could probably get away with saying that a little easier, but maybe not. Because people were kind of... They always held John Waters and said that he's raunchy, right?
He's the Pope of Trash.
That's his thing. That's his whole deal.
He got famous for basically having someone eat actual animal feces on film in a movie. There wasn't a law before it, but I'm pretty sure there's a law now.
Delicious.
So, to say that some of the things that are said and done in his movies don't, quote-unquote, hold up, they were never meant to hold up.
Okay.
The whole thing is absurd ridiculousness, being as transgressive as possible.
I like that word, transgressive. It's nice. Feels good. Makes you feel safe. Makes the guy feel okay. This big old wiener's gonna pop up here and just knock right over, and I don't know why it does that, but there it goes.
Like, who would build
Conk.
this, and for what purpose?
Right. Like, how do you get it back up? That's what I want to know. How many guys does it take, and how many...
It's gotta be like 10,000 guys with a big rope, right?
Show me the pulley system right now. So you climb to the top of the tower. Skull Kid is up there, and he's harnessing the power of the moon.
Aren't we all?
That guy's just down there going... Hang on, let me find him. I like this guy. That moon ain't gonna fall. Vaccines are fake.
Tucker Carlson told me.
That's who that guy is.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and put them in the game real quick, if you don't mind. Who's that? Oh, that's my Uncle Larry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the reason I'm not invited to Thanksgiving anymore.
Is the moon gonna land right on him? Yeah.
Yeah, probs.
Absolutely.
Totes my goats.
Because he doesn't believe in vaccines. So here we are, cutscene. We gotta shoot the Skull Kid with our bubble gun, and he spits out the ocarina, and then we have a flashback.
Yeah, those are words.
Yeah. You like those words?
No, all that made sense, but it's just a really ridiculous thing to say.
Ellipses. Several. Sis! Tail? Tail?
That damn ocarina.
Hey, Skull Kid, what if we gave that mask you're wearing back now? Hey, come on, are you listening? No, of course not.
Hey, what are we gonna name this character? I don't know, we'll think of a name later. Just call him Skull Kid for now. Put a pin in that, we'll come back. We'll think of a much cooler name.
Just backhands that fairy. I've been there.
Whoa, language.
What are you doing to my brother? Skull Kid, do you think you're our friend after that?
First of all, my name is Eric.
Right. Can you not call me Skull
I've told
Kid?
you that like 1,000 times.
I literally have a beak. I don't have a skull on my face. It's just I'm a bird person. Call me bird person if you're gonna call me anything. Let's see. And he screams, and then the moon starts to fall. Its nose directly pointed at the town.
This reminds me a lot of those Highlander sequences. Where there would just be lightning and somebody screaming.
For no reason, too. Why? Because you're aliens. We're from a different planet. So we have 5 minutes to figure this out. Shoot him.
And it's basically real time now to the end of the episode, so good job, buddy.
Oh, yeah, this worked out pretty well then. He drops the ocarina. Now, each version of Link in this game uses a different instrument for the ocarina. Mm-hmm. So we find the ocarina, right? All right, cool. So we're going to play it with our giant mouth. Don't worry, we got a plan. Suddenly, memories of Princess Zelda come rushing back to you.
That's hot.
It's about to be. And this is where we learn the Song of Time. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go. You're already leaving this land of Hyrule, aren't you?"
Oh, you're doing a voice for her.
Yeah, why not? I'll do the
I didn't know. I was waiting for you to make a choice.
Okay. Even though it was only for a short time, I feel like I've known you forever. I'll never forget the days we spent together in Hyrule. And I believe in my heart that a day will come when I shall meet you again. Please take this. She's weeping now, right? She's sobbing.
That was beautiful.
Uncontrollably.
Nuanced and very sensitive to the female experience.
If something should happen to you, remember the song. She's just snot's coming out. This reminds me of us. The Song of Time? It's not like the Song of the Forest where I'm from, or like Zelda's Lullaby.
Like, this was gonna be the song either way. This is the only song I know on this. It's sort of the song.
It's one of these songs.
I know.
Yeah. Don't eat my things. No. Don't eat my things. Eat my things later. Now's not a good time.
You remembered the Song of Time.
Lingering on the edges of your mind. Something else lingering on the edges. She just fades away.
You've really been in the house too long. It's really showing that you haven't been out and around people.
Starting to crack. They're like,
you're starting to crack a little bit.
You're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to do anything. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Snap out of it. What are you doing? Lost the memories. Get yourself together. Getting that old ocarina back isn't going to help us. Tattle's voice just got weird. Somebody, anybody, got us some time. Help us, please. We need more time. Now's the time. So I got to shoot him again?
That took 10 seconds of game time. We had 5 minutes. We have 4:45.
Look at me, shakes it off. So, all right. So I got to equip the ocarina. And then I got to play the Song of Time. And all of a sudden, I have... Huh? When did you get that instrument? Jesus Christ.
Awesome. Right around the time girls stopped talking to me.
There we go. Because I'm playing with an N64 controller, so I knew where the buttons were.
Immediately.
And not an emulator at all.
You remembered the Song of Time in real life.
Right. So this is the whole gist of the game, is that...
We're in this time loop.
If you screw things up or you do something a little funny, it's fine.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
The only downside is that whenever you go back to the dawn of the first days, you lose all your items. So the Goddess of Time says, that'll be 37.50. I'm going to need those rupees if you want to travel through time again.
Go ahead and bend over, and we can do this easy way or the hard way.
I wonder what the Goddess of Time looks like. Do you think she looks like the fairies from Breath of the Wild?
Oh, I hope so.
Right?
Those muscle-bound mommies, for sure.
The first time I saw them from Breath of the Wild, I'm like, yeah, you know who your target audience is.
Right.
And you know, you know exactly the kind of stuff where dawn of the first day.
All right. Pack it in. We're going back to the beginning next episode.
Yep. Real quick, though, I'm going to become Human Link.
Real quick, become Human Link, and also while you do that, give me your final out of 10 score for Polyester.
Oh.
Not of all movies of all time, but of just the kind of movie it is for what it is. What would you rate it?
I would give it an 8.
An 8?
An 8.
Solid 8.
Yeah, solid 8.
All right.
I think he can do better, and I think that...
he's got... Yeah. He's got other stuff, but that I thought was a good entry point for you to sit down and say, okay, what is a John Waters movie?
Right.
I think where he kind of fires on all cylinders of not only being a little more competent as a filmmaker because it's not his first movie or an underground movie. It's a full-on studio movie.
Yeah, there's budget. There's money behind this.
There's a little bit of money, and he's a little bit older. You know, he's got some real actors, and that's not to slight any of the Dreamland players, but people who are professional SAG actors.
SAG.
You know.
Hey, we're from SAG.
That really serves that movie well. And also, did you notice that's Steve Baters as his son, the toe stopper?
Oh, no, I didn't realize that.
You know, he gets a shout out on Venture Brothers.
Oh, I love it. All right, let me find the buttons here.
Do it.
All right.
Do it.
So we're learning the Song of Healing. This is going to return us to our human form. But then we get to stay Deku Link if we feel like it. Because
yeah,
we're going to you get to wear a mask that turns you into Deku Link.
I love the masks.
And it's
Breath
nice
of the Wild too.
It's nice having options. Whenever they're like, all right, so you have some options to get the kidney stone out of you. And I said, which one gets it out of me?
That sarcastic wave that he does. I'm sorry.
Hey, bye.
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 Okay, bye.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Like, who waves that fast?
You have some options to get the kidney stone out. And I said, okay, cool. Now we're Human Link again. I said, cool, which one gets it out of me? And they go, well, there are some options. And I'm like, which one will get it out of me? And they said, this one. I said, thank you. That's the one that I want then. I don't want to do any kind of like homeopathic nonsense.
Right.
I want it out.
Like, let's be done.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Speaking of, we're done.
We'll see you next time. Hopefully kidney stone free.
Kidney stone free. We'll watch more movies. We'll talk more trash. And we'll keep playing this game.
Now I have fulfilled my promise to you. So please, give me that which you promised me.
Ooh, that's a hell of a cliffhanger right there.